Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome back to Transport Fever. Today we are looking at one of the food processing plants along the river, and I want to try and expand upon this today with hopefully some more cargo capacity and things like that. I want to make this kind of a large shipping hub of different materials that will hopefully bring some up through the mountains and supply these towns with some actual industrial supplies and produce trade and promote growth on these fronts. So we're gonna go ahead and add a dock here, and sadly due to the terrain not being kind of parallel here to the tracks, we're going to have to actually kind of do this little maneuver. I don't know what you can call this maneuver, but it is something. So we had to put at a bit of an angle and then run roads going across the tracks here. Now, in theory, only kind of industrial vehicles should be using this, so it shouldn't really cause too much harm. I say that as this becomes an impossible challenge here. Hold on one second. There we go. Get a road there and there as well. Okay, and you'll notice that we can't cross this lane, and that's due to these tracks there. Well, hello, Mr. Train. Welcome to the station. He's just pulling on through. I don't know why. I really wish he would prefer to go this way. Well, I mean, I guess he is picking up food. I thought that was a passenger train. So what we'll do is go back to the road tool here. We got trains reporting a problem, so we're gonna have to take a look at that in just a moment. Get that set up, and whoa, it doesn't like that at all, does it? Hold on. Too much slope, huh? What is up with that slope? I didn't realize these tracks were so much higher than these ones down here. You might have to do kind of a longer run up, just maybe to get this to work. No, it's not gonna work either. It's just this bend is not working for us, so let's see what we can do to fix that. What I'll do, I think, is go ahead and just delete these tracks and just do the road first. Go straight across. There we go. And then curve this over like so. And then we should be able to build the tracks the other way like that. It doesn't like that either. Hold on. I'm really disappointed. It's not gonna let me do this. Construction not possible. Doshte. Yeah, that slope is really killing it here. Okay, so if that is an issue, may have to do is one, pause the game so that nothing completely breaks here. I'm gonna have to rework this whole junction just real fast. Alright, and we're just gonna use the smooth terrain function here, get everything kind of smooth as possible. That little bump. Alright. That should be fine. And then let's do the road first. So, or should we do the rails first? I think rails first. So rail and rail. And these ones, that doesn't really help the height difference. So what I'll do is maybe kind of press M and just raise it up a tad. do the same thing with these. I think so. And then that way, we raise all the rails to be the same height. That'll be good. Alright, and now we can hopefully run that road straight across here. Alright, got that. Ugh. Doesn't like that either, hold on. I think I have to start from the docks. The thing with some of these games where you just kind of don't know where it's gonna like your decision at. Come on. Telling me too much slope, but you just did it. You literally just did it though, game. Let's try it this way. Maybe just re-flatten out the terrain. Huh? Huh? No? No, huh? You can do that to there. And that to that track. Why? Nothing's changing. Too much slope, my butt. There's no slope. You just think construction is impossible there. Alright, there we go. That's fine. This slope's fine, but not this 2 millimeter slope here. No. We can't have that here in our train tracks. Come on, you just... Ha! There we go. Perfect. So, in theory, good. So this can, I believe, access this station. Good. So the harbor is hooked up to this depot. All right. So that means we can go ahead and start shipping some construction materials from this area on over to here. And then we'll take construction materials from this depot all the way up. I do have to kind of repair the cross, so hold on, let me just do that. Plenty of space from the road. Don't start to do the too much slope thing again. Please no. Let's not go through these heartbreaks together. We're friends. It's just best to keep it over here. So we can do it right before the roadway. And that should be fine. So at this point, we'll go ahead and just add our signals back. Here we go. And then we'll make this one ways. All right. And we can, I think, go ahead. I believe this track, I don't know why I had a cross here. Taking a look at it, why did I have a cross there? There's really no need, I don't think. Right? Let's look at our signals. Okay, so this is a double south, this is a double northbound. I think I see, no. Very interesting. I think I just screwed up on this because... Let me delete these real quick. Because I think I know what I was doing with this. This needed 2 lanes going each direction. because they all kind of merge out from each other. So what I really wanted, I think, was a double. Which side's going up? I think it's always this side. Sorry, sometimes I get confused as to how your signals break out here. Alright, so that's these two, so boom. Boom. And then these ones can stay this way. Here we go. Let's see how that affects the route. Yeah, that looks right. That's what I pretty much wanted through there. Yeah. Yup. That should work. For now. We can tinker with it always later. Let's take a look at these trains real quick. We have a bit of a backup situation going on here. It looks like they're wanting to share this track for whatever reason. I don't know why they want to. So what we'll do, just for temporary fix, is something like that. And then tell this is a one-way, and this is a one-way. This one will stop, this one will go. Yeah, yep. So that's what's going on. What's happening is this only has one way to, it literally only has one track here. Hold on. Boop. That should have definitely helped. I'm telling them the wrong directions a bit, but that's fine. I can do this little pass lane for now, in case that happens again. It shouldn't, in theory, happen again. Okay, we got plenty of bread coming up. Good. Bread is good. Good. Okay. So this cargo area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use cars, I think, to probably do bread up to this area here, and then also stone, just because that makes the most sense. Doing this small little junction with the train is a little silly. The rest of it will be up to here. So we will use this junction even more, it seems, for goods and services. And they'll get straightened out from there. So let's head on down to the... let's just go ahead and build a new port here. New shipyard. There we go. And we'll upgrade this to a two terminal. One for later, because I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of ships in here eventually for other materials to be shipped out from this hub. We'll go ahead and we'll start with 3 ships, because I think that's kind of a good way to go about this. So, bricks. 1, 2, 3. All right. Go ahead and create the new line. So this line is going to go from, say, here, all the way back to here. All right, and Sandhurst, you will unload only and load if available. So now we're gonna keep the ships docked for a moment. I wanna check our quarry up here, see how she's doing. Definitely producing a lot, but what I'm gonna go ahead and do, tell this guy here to go be sold. Come on. There we go. So he's gonna be sold because we apparently are not needing as much stone or producing as much stone as we used to. These guys are carrying pretty much a good amount, but hopefully once we get this route, we'll be a little bit better off. And if needed, we can just hook up another quarry, and there's one on this river as well. So we can do these two quarries if that becomes a necessity. All right, and we'll go ahead and build us a freight station, I think. So let's do a train depot. So there's a couple things this depot needs in general. We need a turnaround, and I'm thinking up here I might do that nicely if we're able to. You know, I might have to angle this more parallel to these tracks and get it up here in this corner. Something like that. Because we want this to be able to go both ways and hopefully let trains come up here to do a turnaround so that it can go on either one of these tracks, right? Right, I think that's something we want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up. Actually, I want to do it basically right at the edge of this. It needs to be the tightest corner that we can do. Alright, just like that. Right, about there, and then we'll hopefully shoot it off this way. Now these, in theory, I would like it to go back onto here. You know, right when they're kind of merging back together, but I don't think that's going to be possible with our current setup. So what we'll do is we'll have to kind of run it parallel for a moment. And what you should really do is start these kind of maneuvers on the tightest radius so that you're able to kind of fit this in here where you kind of expect it. I don't have a straggler, do I? I don't think so. So let me try this again. So that's on the outside of this turn. So this is essentially null segment. That's a bit of a first. All right, there we go. There we go. This to run straight. I don't know if this is a correct thing at all, to be honest, simply because I don't know trains all too well. In fact, I would say all too well would be a complete underestimate of how little I know. Because I know next to basically nothing. But This is how I would do it. With my limited knowledge, you guys can let me know in the comments how dumb this is. And sure, I could have opened up Google and probably searched this in about 2 seconds, but for me, this is about right. About. I say that because it's a little ugly, in fact. Let me just kind of bring it back up to here. Kind of joined. And then do the peel away. So there to there. Here. Ooh, that's still there. Hold on. There we go. There to there. That's a little bit more streamlined. I don't like to have too many gaps in the track. It just doesn't look like it would be necessary. Like, for example, the junction over here, you know, a lot of this feels unnecessary. But more or less, I had to make them a little bit more gentle, just simply due to try and keep the speed up as much as possible. Those things tend to be a little slow regardless. So to me, if a train, for example, came in this way and docked, it could, in theory, back out here and then go that way. Yes. Right? Is that right? I don't think that's right. I have no idea. But either way, just add a signal to this and just see if that makes any sort of sense. Might need one on the other side as well. Who knows? This probably is really dumb. All right, let's go ahead and buy us a train that we're gonna use. I'm liking the diesel train right now, so we're gonna go ahead and carry that. It will carry construction materials. All right, it's gonna have a line. It's gonna have a new line. It's gonna go ahead and pick it up here at Upper Sandhurst. And just go ahead and deliver it straight to this junction here. So unload. Cool. I don't know why my camera was flying downward so much, but it was. All right. So that's gonna go. We can go ahead and release these guys to line 18. And let's look at terminals here. So line 19, you can see it. They really want to go the long way. They want to do the whole loop up through there. And then actually what they'll do is they'll just straight up come back. No, they'll come back through the towns and everything. I mean, that's fine. I would really much prefer them to just use this whole section, so that turnaround's looking better and better on this straightaway here. Let's try it. Let's just try a straight up loop and see if this works. Probably not, but I'm just curious. So we're gonna do this and loop it as sharply as possible. And get it to about there. And get it to come back onto the other direction. Let's see if that updates this at all. I don't think so, but what I can do is just go ahead and add a waypoint. Like through here. And then go ahead and find the route we just made. Its name is escaping me now. Should just have one train on it. Is it line 10? Heartland Annex to Southport transfer. Oh no, that's logs. It's just logs. There we go, it's line 19. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, so he'll come down here and go up that way. It's fine. Okay. Cool. That's a better route. So once it comes down, it will start shipping, hopefully, some items over there. Kind of dependent on this boat, though. Situation, because if they're not producing enough here, then what will happen is some bad things, probably. If we can't get the cargo to go to this location, we're just gonna have to speed up time and see how that works out with these boats. I'm probably taking a look at it, going to have to do something different with that. Oh, you grabbed one. Okay, okay. So that's kind of making it active. It kind of knows it's there now. Good. We got plenty of stone here, so really they should just be ramping up production and hopefully getting that there as quickly as possible. Okay, cool. So this will start storing stone, hopefully on that next boat trip. Here comes a bread one. Right there. Now, I could do the same with the bread line. The bread line, as you know, is kind of taking the long route as well. So let's go ahead and do that for the bread. Line 14, right? Let me just add this waypoint. Just kind of pop that on there. There we go. So hopefully that makes the bread line faster too. Sandhurst food processing plant. Yes, I know food processing plant. You're a little, you know, capacity here, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and buy a whole bunch of these food trucks, and we're gonna start supplying this first town with them. Now, I don't think we have a vehicle depot here for freight, but that's easily remedied. We're just gonna go ahead and attach that to the station. All right, let's do that. Okay, not much room to do this, apparently. You guys like to say construction net possible to me a lot this episode. Let's turn on some zones so I see where zones are. Oh, the town is split in not a good fashion. That makes this really difficult because that means we need a depot for commerce and a depot for, say, industrial. So this is going to require 2 depots. Not exactly what I wanted, but, you know, it's manageable. So we can do that. And it's kind of nice because it makes them off from the main roads a little bit, so... You know, it has its ups and downs for doing this, but it's really segmented into this town, this rail line going through the middle of it. I think it's kind of cool that it does that, to be honest. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up a new line. So we'll come over here. Go ahead and pop. And pop. Alright. Set line all. It's doing the thing again. Hold on. It's like whenever I hit a menu, it wants to move the camera. Okay, set line all. It's line 20. Yeah. Alright, there you go. This is about to become very, very heavy. might have to upgrade this, to be honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and delete that depot and just replace its depot right here. And then we'll upgrade this to something bigger. Take a look at our terminals. There we go. Now hopefully they can rotate through a little bit quicker. It's going to be very important that they can. Oh, look, a plane! De Havilland Comet 4B. That's something we haven't really messed with too much at all as well, are planes. Planes and airports. That could be something we can look into doing as well. I'm going to go ahead and get a second train built for this construction component line. Set line all. This should be number 19. So it should leave here, pull in, do a UE, and pull out. That's what it... Okay, maybe not. So long, train. Kind of wanted to do the other thing. Okay, bye. I might be able to just kind of force it the other way. Hold on. And switch. It's not gonna really like this initially, but it'll allow it for now. There we go. There we go. And then it'll take the little loop on this side to go through. Alright, and only one train at a time can go in this loop. I think that's fine to do. I could put one break in the middle, just to divide it by two. Kind of an in and out section. That way they can kind of keep this clear from this traffic. But this isn't so busy yet, this main line going up the river. It's mainly still up in the mountains. That's kind of the busiest area for us. Yeah, look at that. Carry those construction supplies. And what will happen is all of these vehicles up here that like to get bogged down, they should automatically pick up the construction supplies because they're set up to kind of just pick up whatever and just kind of run with it. So hopefully that's going to be a thing. You're supposed to be carrying logs. Log supply is a little low for goods. We need to think about upgrading our goods supply because goods is a big commercial thing. Alright, let's see about some bread here. Okay, so we have bread kind of starting to work its way up into this town now. I would like to see another entrance into town, to be honest. That'll just help our road vehicles be a little bit more efficient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause right before these guys get on here. And we're going to build a medium street. Small street maybe. I'm a little bit worried about the slope right here. Yeah, I was worried about that. You don't like that too much. I mean, really, what I can do is just get rid of that junction, make them go around for now. Just hug this. Like that. Huh? Kind of follow the train into town. That's kind of neat looking. That, and see at this point, after smoothing out the terrain, smooth. See if then we can get a 45 road up here. Oh boy, it doesn't like that. That is a slope if I ever saw one right there. We might have to... Ooh. Now, it's fine with that, oddly enough. It messes with the rail a little bit, but overall fine. We have some terrain tearing going on. But I think for now, leaving it separate, I might run the street back here. Back like this might be okay. Could also do a bridge. A bridge section here. Like that might be good. If I can get a bridge started, that would be really ideal. Oh God. Come on. I just want to see what this is gonna do. Not good. That's fine. That's the thing. With any creative game, you kind of gotta do trial and error, else you kind of never know the limitations. But, I mean, they have a way in this way and this side, so really, it's probably about the same, but you don't have to cross the tracks, so that's a bit of a time saver. We definitely have a decent amount of both material now here. The bread is getting split up rather kind of evenly at this point. That could be bad, that could be good. It's kind of dependent on how well these guys are doing getting the bread delivered on this end of things. Let me look at the terminals here. So I think I want the most of them on line 2. Right? So let's do terminal 2. And terminal 1 for you. There we go. So 2 on the entries and 3 on the back side. I think that'll help the rotation go through a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure on that though. I wish there was a specific one of these. No, there's probably a mod for one where it has an entry and an exit point, so that they all kind of go in and out at the same way. That way we don't get a bunch of traffic bogging down this section, but you kind of never know with this stuff. And we don't have a new road vehicle yet. I'm really hoping there is another road vehicle. If we're stuck with this, then it's been kind of a waste to do road vehicles at all, in my mind at that point. This is upping production a little bit. Another construction coming in with 0 construction supplies. So either that means we... Oh my God, look at all that stone. So we need to go ahead and just buy another one of these stone vessels. Now we sold one of them already, but I want to go ahead and just replace it now. There we go. Set line all. I think it's line 3. There we go. And that way this stone can get turned into construction components a little bit quicker. Really ramping up production on that end. Looking good. Is stone even reaching this depot now? That's the question. For construction components, it should. It should be. Let's check Hellzone. Yeah, 94%. So, you know, sometimes it takes a while. Oh, there's a train waiting. That's why. That's why I didn't see it in there. Okay, so that train's just waiting. Nice. So we're getting this depot kind of started. It's looking good. Now, we can't always extend the terminals, right? So if these 4 lanes don't become overly busy, and we're fine with it, we can just make this terminal like a 6 terminal and just let the traffic go through the terminal itself. Nothing wrong with that. I think this turnaround, by the way, isn't functional. This is just more or less a depot at this point, and a turnaround would have to just be at this end. It would basically be going from this direction and around, so it would cross, go to the river. Something like that. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. We are making plenty of money now, though. So we are basically free to kind of do whatever we want. Let's check Emsworth. Are they receiving? They are receiving construction components now. So that is good. These guys aren't. Let's check this town here of Southport. They are receiving construction components. If we come up to Middleton, they are as well. So we are slowly getting these construction components divided up. We just need to probably get a few construction components ones going down to this road here. And that might be good to do. I have a feeling I didn't set these vehicles to be anything specific, so they are carrying construction components. I don't know why. Construction components is an industrial thing, but it's carrying it into town. And if I just tell line 20 to unload only anyways, I could just get an interior trek going that way. But I don't think they're even wanting to carry construction components, because this, they're kind of full up on bread right now. All the cows being shipped, guys. All the cows. Just think about how many cows have gone up and down this road. Pretty amazing. Alright. Oh, there goes another bread shuttle. Choo-choo, bye. Oh, and then another one arriving. Nice. I'm actually happy so far with this station. It's a bit of a mess, but I like it a lot. Let's just go ahead and do one last thing. One last thing. Let's get the construction components going. So, new line. Sandhurst Central over to here. Alright, and I guess we'll buy a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And off they go. Alright, so they're kind of weaseled away in here. We take a look at our terminals. We have basically one going to each. That's perfectly fine. Traffic kind of backing up a little bit here, but it should kind of sort itself out. Really, I might not use this one terminal at all, and just kind of force them all to go into the back as far as possible. No, go to Terminal 1. And go to Terminal 2. I'd rather than bottleneck a little bit on the out rather than the in. And I wouldn't mind upgrading these roads either. Might not be able to, but I can at least upgrade this. Traffic is starting to get a little bit more than just this basic country road can handle. So we'll go ahead and upgrade it. And we will upgrade this to a basic country road instead of the dirt road. There we go. Nice. I think this is good. I think this is a good spot to end this episode. If you guys are enjoying Transport Fever, definitely check out and subscribe to this channel for more creative goodness such as this. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on any ideas and suggestions as we continue our trading empire here in the series. And go ahead and hit that bell so you guys can get notified when we upload videos on the channel. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video.